Hey guys, my name's Thomas, if you didn't already know, and if you did already know, welcome back. Today's video is a very special one. I've got my friend Josephine here. How you doing,
Hello.
Josephine? You good?
I'm good.
Excellent. So the reason we're doing this video today is because Josephine had a very intimate incident with Madonna recently, and it's all blown up in the media. I only found out about it the other day when we were talking. I thought it was crazy, and I thought it'd be a great thing to document on this channel, specifically because we have Josephine here, and it's no third-party information that we're going to be talking about, right?
Yeah.
What happened with Madonna, just briefly, and then we're going to show them the footage.
Okay, so I was at the concert. I was
Yes.
right on the runway. She noticed me as she was performing. I had a mini heart attack because then she started talking about me to some people on the side of the stage. Then, like 10 minutes later, this woman came down and said, "Hey, do you want to dance? And do you like this song?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So I got up, and I was told that they were gonna she was gonna spank me, and we were gonna walk and dance and blah blah blah. And then she pulled my titty out.
Whoa. All right, so it didn't exactly eventuate like you thought it was. But, so let's have a look at the footage first, just to see what happened. This is Josephine and Madonna on stage in Brisbane, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Boom. All right, let's watch that.
She's the kind of girl you just want to slap on the ass and pull. Oh, sorry, sexual harassment. You can do the same to me. Good luck. Good luck. You want to make my hole big again? Get it open.
Ooh, frisky Josephine. That was cool. Okay, so that was a bit of a surprise for everybody, for you, for your mum, for your family. Like,
Yeah.
Were you stoked, or like what? How did you feel about it?
I didn't think about the boob thing until the day after I'd finished work and saw my phone had kind of blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't think anything of it. I didn't even know my boob had actually probably came out.
Yep.
And that night when I got home, I went, "Oh my god, Mum, Madonna spanked me!" And we had a little like celebration dance, but it's my boob, I don't care. Like,
Yeah. So you don't feel humiliated by this?
No, not at all.
Oh, that's
Actually,
good.
you know what? I get referenced a lot in one interview from the morning show. My friends always laugh at it because they're like, "Oh, how did you feel?" And I'm like, "I don't know, there's my elbow." "Oh no!" Like, it doesn't matter, it's just another part of my body.
I love that you have a sense of humor like that. It's so good. So you don't actually feel humiliated because you're totally okay with your body, and
Yeah, well, it was also like an accident, so
Yeah.
yeah.
well, like, because a lot of people have said, "Oh, it was planned." How do you feel about that?
I see it. I
Yeah.
see, like, if it wasn't me up there, I'd be like, that was definitely staged. That looks staged. But it wasn't. I can't really, if that's what you think, then I can't really prove you otherwise.
Well, I mean, like, and it doesn't make sense for them to plan pulling out a 17-year-old's boob on stage, right? Just to make media attention.
Well, I guess that is the part that kind of like, they didn't know my age. If they knew my age,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been on the stage with her. So
You do look like, you don't look old by any means, I'm just saying, but you do look older than
yeah,
what you
definitely.
actually are.
And
Like,
in the outfit I was in, and like the top that I was wearing, and
You
the
looked kinda
giant
sexy.
heels, and yeah, I looked Madonna. I was the part of Madonna that night.
amazing. All right, another thing that really got mentioned in the media a lot as well was like, why aren't you suing Madonna? Like, because that definitely could have been classified as sexual
Yeah.
harassment, and you could have gone all guns and sued her if you wanted to, right?
Yeah, but like I was fine. It was cool. It was a fun moment. I was like hanging out with Madonna.
Mm-hmm.
I was okay with it. The only reason you would sue is if you're not, and if
Yeah.
it upset you, but it didn't. And I can't. Even though she's got a crap ton of money and I could be a millionaire right now,
Yeah.
it's not. I just wouldn't feel okay with it. Like I can't. Yeah.
That's really good though that you look at it like that. I think because I think a lot of people would have just gone gun ho and sued her ass just
well,
for the money.
I was made to feel really bad and stupid that oh, you're gonna really regret this when you're older. Like you should have sued her and gotten all that money, but like that's Madonna's money. That's not mine, and just because I have an opportunity, I don't feel okay with. I can't do it. Like,
I'm on your side. I agree. Like, it's an accident. Get the fuck over it, right? It's just because it's a huge pop star that people want to, go
Take
out.
advantage
I
of
think
that.
definitely if you were against it and not feeling okay about it,
Oh,
then
yeah,
I definitely
100%
I
I
feel
would've
like
taken that.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's suing would have been the right thing to do. But if you didn't feel violated and you just can kind of pass it off just like you have, I think that's really great as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that it's still like, this is still an opportunity in a different way, rather than an opportunity to get, sue her ass for lots of money. I can use it as my own opportunity to do my own thing.
You've gained a lot of media attention, one, but also about your social media. What about your social media platforms? Have they gotten any bigger, or like what's happened on there?
Well, I got like over 10,000 Instagram followers in like 48 hours. Or
Wow.
something. Yeah, something like that. And
Nah, I need to get Madonna to pull my tit out on stage.
yeah, lots of like Facebook fan pages.
Okay.
Lots of fun things happening on the internet.
Well, you're beautiful, and I'm guessing that you have a lot to bring to the table other than this whole Madonna
I do have a
nip
lot
slip.
more to offer than just my left nipples.
I love it. That's so good. Okay, so after all of this has happened, like you don't feel humiliated, but obviously with the media attention, you've gone and done a heap of interviews as well, right?
Yeah.
Who have you done interviews with?
Like basically anything you can think of in Australia, any like media outlet or network, I've done all of that. I was on The Project.
Wow, okay.
Which that was like the first interview I did, I think.
So how did The Project go? How did that happen?
Yeah, well, I walked away from that interview feeling really uneasy about it because I wasn't sure how they were going to cut it to make it look. They patronised me a little bit. They tried to make me feel like, oh, you're too young to know how you should really feel and yeah. But I felt like it was a bit shit because they are like 5 adults on a panel talking to one underage girl doing her first ever interview, trying to make her, manipulate her to say what they want to about Madonna.
Yeah.
And I kind of came out and just said, no, it's all cool, guys, chill out. And they were like, no, that's not how it's supposed to go. You should feel a different way.
Yeah. That's a little bit rude, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and a lot of tabloids were like, Madonna fan humiliated, didn't they? How did you feel about that?
Not cool, not okay.
Well, because they were kind of like, it's almost like they
Yeah.
were putting words in your mouth, hey?
That was the main reason why I came out and spoke, was not just to defend Madonna, but to say like, you don't get to decide if I'm humiliated by my own body or not, and that's so shit because women already have enough trouble trying to, be okay with themselves, and basically all the media outlets just decided I was humiliated and totally embarrassed, and it's my own body, I'm cool with it, and everyone else should be too.
No one else has a say. I mean,
exactly.
Obviously they have an opinion, but whether you listen to it or not, who cares, right?
Yeah.
I know, and look, after you told me about this incident as well, I went and did my own research on it, and JK News is a YouTube channel. They're quite large. They have like 1.3 million followers or something. 1.5 million followers, and the way that they actually portrayed you and your mum, I found very offensive. I almost felt offended for you, because to me, when I watched it, I felt like they were talking very narrow-mindedly, and they were making you out to be some kind of whore. Like they sort of portrayed your mother to be a little bit careless by saying, why would you let your daughter go to a concert like that, and blah, blah, blah. And I just think that's really freaking rude. What do you have to say about that?
They were talking about some really weird stuff, and I understand why people would be offended by it, but for me personally, like, obviously me and my mum have gotten a lot of, backlash from this, as well as positive feedback, but you just gotta understand that on the internet, most of the time, it's not personal. It's like everyone's got their own opinions and they're all just gonna chuck it out there.
I get so much hate mail, actually.
Yeah. I don't have a huge problem with that video.
Yeah.
And when I first watched it, I was a little bit offended, but then once I showed my mum, she just cracked up laughing and was like, "That's so funny." She's like, "You really," and that made me go, "Okay, like it's just bullshit on the internet, and you gotta brush it off."
Cool. Well, that's good that you're developing a nice thick skin, nice and young too,
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love that. Okay, and is there anything else that you kind of want to put out there and clarify about this incident, or like do you feel like it's done and dusted now? Like it's done. You just need to get on with being Josephine.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that. Totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm never going to forget about Madonna, obviously, but the stigma and the drama and everything around the incident, that's gone. That's like, guys, get over it. It's my boob. I'm cool with it, and that's it. Even like
Madonna's breast friend.
Cosmopolitan actually, in their article they did about me at the bottom, they put their opinion in there, but at the bottom then they said, look, if she's cool with it, I don't see why anyone else should have a problem with it. Why?
Absolutely.
So that's what I say to everyone else. I understand you're pissed off, you're happy about it, whatever, but it's
your choice.
What I think is important about
Also, one thing I wanted to ask too is, did they offer you any compensation of any kind, like to say sorry or like?
Oh, they did. They flew me down to Sydney to watch her last show in Australia.
Yeah.
So that was lots of fun.
Yeah.
But no, there was no
no second
money
nip
or
slip?
anything. No.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. Well, I'm really happy with that. Thank you so much for coming and talking about it. I really, really appreciate it. I think it's great that we got to hear from you, like, personally, rather than every other media channel, like, posting and putting words in your mouth. I think that's really good. Well,
it's been really good to do something that, like, someone else, behind the screen trying to make drama is cutting into what they want.
Yeah.
So it's good to just...
We'll put this out as it is.
Yeah.
Good.
Just chat with you.
All right. I'm really happy that you did that, Josephine. Thank you so much.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, guys. Do you want to do my clap out? So usually at the end of every video, I go... Oh. I go... bang, and do a clap, alright? So Josephine's going to do that right now. 3, 2, 1. This is just a little bit of extra content for you guys. We're going to be going through some of the blog sites that oh my god, that Josephine's been featured on. And yeah, let's go and have a look.